rap for you all. Literally. I know that's funny, but I am.
Justin. When I wake up in the morning, I roll up and count my money. I'm so wavy, I'm so wavy, I'm so wavy, I'm so wavy. All my bitches love me, they gon' answer for a real one. I'm so wavy, I'm so wavy, I'm so wavy, I'm so wavy.
Good morning, guys. So today is Thursday, May 19th, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of deadlift and squat form stuff. I'm going to be having heavy squats and heavy deads today, so I figured it was the perfect day to show you guys some tips and stuff. So we are going to go ahead and head to the gym. I'll go ahead and show you guys my outfit. Yeah, so I'm just wearing a top from TJ Maxx. It says Yoga Bum, and it's super cute with the back. So that's super cute. And then I'm just wearing some Lulus. I got these at the discount Lulu outlet, and if you have one around you, check it out because they have really cute pants that are like $30 off, and I got these there. I just kind of like tie them at the end because it's kind of long, but yeah. And then I just have my flip-flops on, and then I'm gonna put my Nike Romaleos on when I get to the gym because heavy squats, heavy deads, those are my best shoes. So let's go to the gym.
All I have to say is let me know if you could pull a PR to this. Just tell me.
Let the fucking bass drop.
I pull PRs to this.
Hi guys, so I'm here with a voiceover for you. I'm just going to give you guys some main tips with deadlifts and squats just to show you guys how I do things. So right now I'm grabbing the bar with a front and a reverse grip, and I am leaning back into my hips, pulling my hips back and squatting down so that my heels are going to pull up the weight. The main thing you want to remember when you're deadlifting is that you want to use your glutes and your hamstrings to pull the weight up. You want all of that weight that you're pulling up to be utilized in the back of your legs and your glutes, because that is how you build the booty and how you gain leg strength. And a lot of people forget that, and they will use, their quads and try to use their upper body to pull the weight up, and it's not going to work for you at all. So remembering to use your hamstrings and your glutes when you're deadlifting is extremely important. Alright, so right here I'm about to pull up 195 pounds, I believe. And another tip that I want to say is people do deadlifts a lot on like back days, not just leg days. And you are also utilizing your back muscles, because like the upper strength from your upper body, the strength you're using is coming from your back, not necessarily your arms. As you guys can see, my arm muscles aren't really being flexed right now. It's coming from my back and my legs. So really making sure to get low and use your back and your legs is so important. Otherwise, you're really going to screw up your back really bad, which I have done this before. So that's why I'm trying to explain that utilizing your back and your legs is extremely important. Another thing is that when you're deadlifting, you want to start out low and take that bar down and come back and reset. A lot of the times when I'm warming up, I won't reset, but what I mean by resetting is what I'm doing right now, is I will come up with my legs into a straight pose and I will go back down and pick up the bar. It's just something that I do that helps me out and makes my deadlifts more efficient, is when you reset the bar, it helps a lot with your stance and make sure that your form isn't going completely out the window, because sometimes when you're deadlifting it will, because the weight will become heavier and harder and it will just suck and you'll start to lose form, which is when injuries happen. So yeah, just another tip is resetting the bar like I'm doing right now. I go back up with my legs and I come right back down and pick that bar up. Another thing that I do that I am telling people not to do is why I had a back injury. Do not lean back like I'm doing right now. Pull your hips forward at the top of the deadlift. When you're coming up, like right now, I'm going to show you guys here in a second. Hopefully I squeeze up. This is 225. Right there, that was perfect. You want to come forward with your hips and squeeze those glutes at the top of the deadlift, and that is going to give you the best total range of motion with the deadlifts. Alright, right here I am going to pull 225 again. As I was saying before, when you're leaning into the back of your heels, really think about that. That is what really helped me immensely with my deadlifts, is thinking about the fact that I am using my heels to pull the weight up. You should be able to pull your toes up when you're deadlifting and when you're at the top of that deadlift, because you are leaning into your heels. It's almost like squatting. You are focusing your power on your hamstrings and your glutes and your back to pull that weight up. Again, as I said before, resetting the bar is going to help immensely and make your deadlifts way easier, and you're going to be able to pull a lot more weight, because if you're resetting, you're going to be able to get a little bit of a breath and be able to come back and pull that weight up. This was my PR of the day, which I believe was 255, and I was really excited about it because I pulled it up and I thought it was really ugly, but a lot of people told me it wasn't. When you're doing a PR, it should be kind of ugly. You should be able to almost not be able to pull it up, but I kind of pulled this one up pretty smoothly. I don't really know why, but I was pretty much about to shit my pants, like right now. Literally right here, I was like pooping because it was so freaking heavy. So I did this PR once, and then I decided to do it again because I wanted to test my power, and it worked out. So I would say 255 isn't really a necessarily huge PR for me, but it worked out for this day, and I pulled that weight up and did it with really good form, I feel like, especially for a PR. Hi friends, so we are here with the squatting portion of the video. I was trying to show you guys like different stances for your feet right now, and this is kind of what I'm doing, and I'm going to show you guys right now. But there are two main stances that I use for squatting, and there is the standard shoulder width apart stance, and you can go a little bit wider and your feet are going to be pointed out as well. With squats, you always want to have your toes pointed a little slightly bit outward, just because it's going to help you when you're squatting down back into your, getting low as you can to parallel. Right here, I'm showing you guys how I personally hit parallel. If you half-ass a squat, that would mean that you are not hitting parallel. Parallel is going all the way down, hitting that 90-degree angle. I actually squat a little bit lower than 90 degrees, which is just how I've always squatted. Sometimes I will actually pay attention and actually hit 90, but sometimes I go a little bit lower, which isn't necessarily wrong. It just kind of depends on the person and their preference. Also, what you want to notice is with the bar, it is not directly on top of my shoulders. You don't want to have a bar right on your shoulders unless you feel comfortable with that, but a lot of times that will lead to leaning forward with your squats, which you don't want to do. So have the bar just a little bit slightly below your shoulders on your back. That is where you want it. That is why it is called a back squat. Going into the next portion of this, I'm going to show you guys the part where you are going to use your feet. You are going to use your heels. I'm stomping my feet because I want you to know that you're going to be squatting back into your heels. You should be able to pick up your toes when you're squatting and not be able to lean forward onto your toes. You're going to be using most of your hamstrings and your glutes when you are squatting, so you want to make sure that you are leaning back into your hips. I'm actually LOLing at myself for saying that because squats are mainly quad based. I mean, that is basically how you build your legs, but you are still using your hamstrings and your booty because you're going to be able to pull in your hamstrings as you're going down, and you're going to feel it in your quads because your quads are what's pulling you up. I think right here I am showing you guys, I don't really know what I'm showing you. I don't really know. Yeah, but using your quads is extremely important. Right here, I think I'm going to show you guys how I go under the bar. Let's see, with the hand grip. Hand grip is kind of a personal thing. Everybody grasps it as they want to. But as I was saying before, that is, right here is my back. As you can see, it is not directly on my shoulders. It is literally behind me on my back. So when you're going under the bar, you want to make sure that it's on your back, grab the bar, have a foot in front of you to help you grab the weight because most of the time it should be a little bit heavier. Grab those heels, make sure you're going to be able to pull back into those heels, squat low, squeeze your glutes at the top, and stick the butt out. A lot of times when you're squatting, you want to think of that as your first thing if that helps you. Not leaning forward, but squeeze the butt and pull it out. Think of your butt like being pushed out the most. That's something that helped me when I was first starting to learn how to squat, was thinking of pushing my butt out first. Essentially, that is basically how you squat, guys. Right here, I'm just going to throw a couple squats out there just to show you guys of me doing them in action. But as you can see, I am pulling back into my heels. I am feeling that pull as I push back with my glutes. I am keeping my chest forward. That bar is right in the middle of between my shoulder blade and my actual deltoids on the top because you don't want it on top of your shoulders. Like I said, pulling those squats, squeezing the glutes at the top, and keeping that core super tight. You're going to be able to pull off some bomb-ass squats, and you're going to be able to get that weight as high as you want it to be and progress further with your squats.
So that was my little squat video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the information, and if you do have any more questions, please comment on this video and ask, because I will be answering them individually. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. And there's Pooch again. Hi! Where are you going? Come back! Hi! Hi, you say hi? Say hi, I'm a naughty dog. I'm naughty. I'm naughty.